Well, hello everybody, how are you doing? It is January 21st, 2023, and I'd happily like to sit here and say it is the Lunar New Year week of many wonderful looking skins. But what we should properly do is introduce ourselves. So, hello, I'm Hedge, your host for this week, along with my co-host right here, the rabbit from Donnie Darko, Frank the Rabbit. We have a few groups of skins to look at today, which we'll review from both a gameplay and a Steam market investment point of view. Well, first we'll take a look at this week's Rust item store rotation, and we'll follow that up with a look at any workshop submissions from the week, which could be viewed as continuations of existing sets. We hope that this information will properly prepare us to make informed investment decisions about both upcoming and existing Steam market items. If you have any insights of your own that you'd like to share, please feel free to contribute to the discussion via our Twitch chat, which you can see over there. Hello Twitch chat, do you want to say anything silly to YouTube? No? Yeah? How you doing? Hey! So, if you can't make it to a stream, no worries. In the description for my YouTube videos, we have links to various things that I have, including that ever so lovely investor community server that we have on Discord. So if you want to come and join there and say hello, feel free to do so. Everybody's welcome. At any levels in terms of investing, just pop in and we'll welcome you. It's all good. And Mr. MICRØ, you look very freaky today with your assorted clothing. What type of trend are you trying to start off? What are you trying to do?
It's a statement.
It's a statement, is it now? Oh.
Yeah.
It's certainly something, buddy.
I don't know what it is, but it's a collection of, well, we have this mask on the shop for this week, and then what I'm actually wearing is some upcoming skins on the workshop. So,
as per usual.
Maybe should have saved this for later, but as part of our typical program here, we show a little bit of both this week's stuff and some upcoming things. So it's
a tasty teaser. Yes,
yeah,
get a good look at that. Good look at that. The Wild Man Pizza Rabbit. Yes, what a right then, MICRØ, if you could step aside, we can get started with this week's skins that we're going to discuss. Of course, as I said, Lunar New Year 2023 technically starts tomorrow, but we have the skins already. It's lovely, it's wonderful. And what do I see with my eyes? Why, Dark Schneider, what did you make right here? How about we slowly turn it into night time? And we get a good look at the visuals of this. Mr. Dark Schneider, you have made a very, very nice, appealing to look at garage door. Just get a good look at the theme of it, the design. It looks so authentically, wonderfully crafted, as if it actually came from East Asia. How about we just slightly bring the lights back, get a good, yeah, so get a good sort of view light there where it's still sort of light but in the shadow. Mr. MICRØ walked across.
I'll have to turn off the tuna can lamps.
Yep, that's all good, no worries. It was only your ears, it's fine, it's cute. But yeah, what he's made here is something that, the best way I can describe it in terms of design is a flavour win. It's just really good looking. Like, the way the glow actually looks as if someone's on the other side in a room with a light turned on and whatnot. That just looks really, really nice. And the design with the rabbits on the front and the symbols. This looks really, really well made. You've really knocked it out of the park. You only recently, like, I think it was Halloween, you got your first proper skin accepted. And then all of a sudden you're getting loads more, and now you bring this out of nowhere. And it's quite mean to bring up, but like about 50 to 70% of the Lunar New Year skin submissions were doors. Wooden doors, sheet metal doors, double sheet metal doors, armoured doors, yeah, you name it, garage doors as well. This was the only door skin that was accepted. A bit ridiculous, but this, if this is the one to be picked, your piece of work here is just, I can't express it. Like, it's perfect. Now, here's another thing, and I was talking about this a bit earlier. it's not like in your face Lunar New Year. It just looks like an authentic, nicely well made, I'd say vintage style of building work from East Asia, the architecture and whatnot. I think you could probably describe it a bit better, MICRØ, if you can. But
honestly, I can't. You did a great job. I think it looks authentic. I mean, well, what do I know about authenticity? But I mean, I think it looks, it certainly, it's a well thought out design. It looks very good. And it's certainly, as you pointed out, stands out to be the one door type deployable to be selected out of quite a few submissions for this event. So congratulations. It looks very nice.
I think Facepunch must have looked at it themselves and thought, we could get a lot of sales out of this. Let's sell it for $4. So this is selling for a much higher price. Kind of don't blame them. Like last year we had Duck's very nice looking Tiger garage door, and that ended up selling like 30,000 at like $3.49. This at the moment only has about 15,000 sales, but that's not a bad thing in a sense of it's not gonna have tons and tons of people jumping in and buying them in excess at the moment. With the numbers of sales that I see, I'm not seeing that myself. So as we slowly get closer, and now it's gonna be dark. Come on, darkness, bring forth. Yes, I really do think as time progresses, this is gonna be one of those garage doors that's always gonna be wanted. Oh, MICRØ, you might need to shoot down the lanterns because yeah, that's a perfect thing that we need to bring up. Give him a good slap. Yep, the door checks, so get your little bunny ears ready and hop, 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 hop. But if you properly crouch and move across, because we can see the very tips of your ears, that passes the check. That passes the door glow-in-the-dark door check. Only the top half stands out. And yes, if MICRØ wasn't wearing his ears, go on, cut them off. Yep, you can't really notice him that much. So at night time, it's helpful. You can stand in front of that and people won't notice you so much. Crouch again, don't even see his head. If you could move across without your rabbit mask on, I can hardly, yeah, only slightly just saw his head. So not only did you do a great design, but in terms of glow in the dark, you've also given us like that benefit of not having the whole entire thing glow. Now, here's the second thing that we need to check on. Does it glow at night time when it's folded up? So let's just do that real quickly. Sun, can you get out of my eyes, please? Ever so slightly, it does glow. I can see that. Can you? Do you see the slight red tint right there? You see it right at the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
I see it. So you've got everything here. You've got a very cool looking door. Only half of it glows, the top half. And at night, when it's all rolled up, you can still see it as well. You've got it all. You've got it all. And for $4, I think that's a bargain. And I think, in terms of design, you've made probably one of the best ever garage doors I've seen. Both in terms of design, flavour. It's just, screw it, I say it, perfect. I think you did a great job of it. So, we can't dedicate our entire video to this. Gentlemen, keep an eye out on this. It is an abnormal skin, so we'll probably want to do our biologists first to keep it safe. But I honestly would not be surprised as time goes on. This ends up flourishing very, very nicely. It's one of the best looking doors I've seen being added to this game. And I really would like to see more from you in terms of very cool looking... Do you reckon he could continue this as a door collection maybe? There's no stopping him, is there? I mean...
I don't see why not. It looks great, and if he applied the same quality of workmanship and style, you know, integrating the same style into those other deployables, I could easily see it being continued. I mean, just because it's a high quality of workmanship. It's well done.
Yeah, I think you're going to be pretty happy with that, aren't you? So congratulations to you, Dark Schneider. But now, yeah, let's now move on to talking about a different deployable.
So is that a 10 out of 10 from Hedge? Is that what that is?
In terms of flavour, design, and all the benefits, I think it is a 10 out of 10. But we shouldn't rate skins because that would be a bit mean. But just for that one, yes, I would give it a 10. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay.
All right, let's now move on to talking about the only locker skin that was submitted for Lunar New Year 2023. That is the Lunar Locker Rabbit, or the Rabbit Lunar Locker. Either way. Made by MICRØ and CD. And, well, gentlemen, when I saw this glow-in-the-dark, I thought you did a really cool job of that. The fact that you have, like, lanterns behind here, like this is supposed to be either like a plastic or glass, and then at night time it makes it as if it's lighting up the whole thing. That right there looks really nice. So in terms of just a nice design for nighttime and, you know, overall during the day as well, this is a very nice looking skin. You've done a very good job of it. We don't see many locker skins being accepted, but I'm very happy to see this one was. But yeah, as I was mentioning, we've seen so many door skins submitted for this year that it was kind of a bit funny to see, like, the only locker skin to be submitted being accepted. And I think over there with the small box, we only got like 3 small boxes submitted, so that was accepted, and then we got like 5 large boxes submitted, and then that one was accepted over there. So yeah, overall, this is just nice. I'm so happy, MICRØ. No, I'm joking, but I was just a little bit lost for words there. The fact that this was the only one, but you did a great job of it. It's not surprising to me that this is selling so well at the moment. Right now, at $2.49, this is selling at around 16,000 sales at the moment. We're about 2.5 days in. Let's not forget, the Lunar New Year rotation appeared like 9 hours earlier than expected. Like, that was out of nowhere. So this is selling very nicely, and the work that you put in here really does show for it. And it doesn't surprise me loads of people want this. But we do have to be a bit cautious in regards to how many of them will be bought, because we have to think in terms of investment. How will this likely behave? So here's the thing. We recently, well, I get recently you say, we've seen the likes of the Outer Planets Locker and the Witcher's Locker being accepted in 2022. They both had 30,000 plus sales. Only now, especially now, during these good times, these best times to sell your skins for the best profits, they're only up by like 20 and 30%. That's a problem. But this right here, at the moment, based on what I see in terms of sales, most likely will only sell around 20 to 25,000 sales. That's my rough estimate. It probably will go a little bit above that, but just hearing that, I get the feeling that there's a very decent chance that we will see this flourishing very nicely as time goes on. Because in terms of unique design compared to those other 2 lockers, this stands out very nicely. Glows in the dark just like them, but in its own special way. It's not too insane in terms of like wacky design. It feels very grounded per the theme of like Lunar New Year and East Asian design and whatnot. So yeah, I think this is going to be doing very nicely. Now again, this is also an abnormal skin. This is going to be appearing marketable at an earlier time. We should probably take a look at the buy orders first before we consider buying it. Now, that's the safest approach. If you took one look at that and thought, yeah, I'm buying it, I want to use it, I'm going to enjoy it, I don't blame you. And yeah, that's fine. If you want to buy these skins and use them and enjoy them, by all means, do that. Show your support. I'm sure everybody's happy in regards to that. Like, go forth. But if you're looking at this with a financial perspective and wanting to make a profit, you do need to track the numbers and make a decision, because we have seen Lunar New Year skins in the past not perform very well during the year. But you do get like the odd interesting looking deployable where they just kind of stick up their, they stick with their value, and when times are good again, they only go up, and from there on, they only just keep going up and up and up as time progresses. So this is a good looking skin, Michael and CD. I expect to see even more from you. No, it's fine. You're doing as good as you are. So, in fact, we do have another skin to show off for you later, but that will be for the workshop continuation. So, MICRØ, any words you might want to say in regards to this locker?
No, you've been doing a great job of expressing, of using some expressive language to describe these things. I mean, I don't have much to add there. I think this is a pretty, I mean, it's a very clean looking skin. I like the 3D work with those lanterns in the back, or at least it really does kind of give the appearance of having the little lamps in there glowing. And I don't know. It's a tasteful skin. It looks elegant. What more can I say? I mean,
Well,
it
someone did
skirts.
bring up a point. They'd like to see more from a collection, and that actually, I think we're going to be talking about that in a minute, aren't we? So, but not just yet. But yeah, we've seen one successful skin. Maybe we'll see another one next year. But then again, you've got to remember the animal changes. So we will point that out in a second. It's not the next skin, but it will be after this one. But yeah, in terms of the design of it all, you could probably turn it into a door. You could probably turn that into a rug. You could probably turn it into another door. You know, there's loads of potential things that can be done with the, you know, the whole design of this. So, other than that, I've said it enough. $2.49. It's a great looking locker, and I wouldn't be surprised if in the future this ends up going up in price and only goes up more and more in value. But you got to be prepared. You never know. We might see tons more locker skins being accepted compared to the previous years. It could be this year's armored door. So, MICRØ, thank you. And shall we move on to talking about the large rabbit box that's just behind me? Oh no, it's you. Oh, right.
Well, here, let me put on my rabbit hat.
Now I can distinguish who you are. Thank you, Frank the Rabbit. All right. So, Sir Q, hello. What do we have here? Now, MICRØ, I did bring this up. Well, we talked about it a lot just a good few months ago. Well, I say that probably about 5-6 months ago. Sir Q has been dabbling in trying to get a deployable collection, hasn't he? He tried to get his storages. He had like, what was it called? Transparent AF. And what happened was, unfortunately, he submitted them during when Graffiti Storage Collection was still getting pumped out, still getting skins accepted. And then afterwards, just to make sure I'm saying this correctly, Face Punch turned around and said, we don't want to see any more storage collection submissions. We want to leave it for a while. And that was a good 4-5 months ago, if I'm correct. So in the meantime, we have seen some independent skins being accepted. We've seen some independent skins being submitted, especially with the likes of holiday events and whatnot. Of course, we had the Halloween skin accepted and whatnot. But what we see here was exactly what he was envisioning for his transparency collection. What you see inside of here is like what I believe to be Chinese fireworks. Is that correct, do you reckon, MICRØ? The firecrackers and whatnot? I think it is.
It definitely looks like there's firecrackers in there, and it sort of has a translucent kind of appearance to the material.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely what it looks like to me. Little strings of fireworks, or yeah, yep.
So yeah, it's nice to see that even though that collection was never accepted, it's nice to see that it lived on in a future design which was accepted. And right now, this is the best-selling skin of the Lunar New Year sale. Lunar New Year, if I can't speak. Lunar New Year skins. Now I can speak. So yeah, a lot of people seem to appreciate this. And what do you reckon, MICRØ? Could this be the end of Sir Q's adventures with transparent boxes, or maybe we might see a version 2 of his old collection appearing? Ooh, maybe. Yeah. Wouldn't say no to that.
I think we did see some what looks like the formings of an attempt to submit a box storage collection, a large storage collection. I'm not sure we have any indication that we're ready to return to collections yet, but I think once we see some signs of that, I would certainly recommend him to consider giving that another shot. I thought they looked really cool and unique and individualistic, so certainly worth the thought.
Yeah, we have seen a lot of people submitting storage collections recently, but we should stick with the point of this skin. Very cute little rabbit there. But yeah, in terms of like beyond the translucency, it's a fairly tame design. Like, you got all the nice gold trim, the nice bright red. Can't go wrong with that, you know. And people clearly like it, because that's the skin they're buying this week. Wouldn't be surprised if this cracks 25,000 sales, is what I'm saying. It's also abnormal, so if you want to wait out a bit for the buy orders and then consider buying it, don't blame you. But yeah, looks like people do really appreciate and like this. But let's see what happens from here on now. best of luck to you, Mr. Circuit. Let's now move on to the little box right next to him. This is a part of a collection made by Mr. Samota. Get a good look at this, gentlemen. It is the small rabbit box. Is this familiar to you? Is this noticeably, strangely... Do you get that feeling you've seen it before? That's basically the design for Samota's small box storage for Lunar New Year. He's had Ox, he's had Tiger, and now we've got the rabbit one. It's not too crazy in terms of design in the form of, like, well, basically, he only had to change the animal. He only had to change the symbol for the animal's name. But, you know, sometimes a more simple... what's the best way of putting it? I'll just say it. Simplistic approach tends to work out quite all right. But you've got to appreciate the shading of the red, the gold trim. But other than that, it's a small box. And you might sit there and say, oh, well, is that not a good investment then? Quite the contrary. Contrary. What did I say? Contrary. Contrary. These words, he can't get them out of his mouth properly. So, last year we had the Tiger box, which is very similar in design, but that Tiger box, as it progressed throughout the year, didn't really go down in price that much, didn't really go up in price that much, but towards the end of this year, as we had Christmas, and now we're into post-Christmas, we've just finished, you know, we're past it now, prices are very nice for Ruskins at the moment, that Tiger box is now selling for double the price. So if you're trying to figure out, if I had to buy something and I'd feel very confident to be able to get my money back in the future, honestly, it's going to be this box. Because it's pretty much near enough the exact same design as the previous one, and I saw how that progressed. And, like, I'm not putting it as a criticism, but rather, this is perfectly fine the way it is if it's sold very nicely before. And, yeah, I mean, MICRØ, what's a better way of putting it, do you reckon? Like, I can see, like, the work that has been done into it and whatnot, but, like, you know, not everything has to be insanely wacky. Look at all of those door skins that were made that unfortunately weren't accepted. It's just bad timing, I guess. A bad choice of what to make. I'm not a skin creator, but you've been in those shoes before, and trying to figure out what might be a good idea sometimes... Well, evidently it didn't work out well for all the people that made the door skins. I might be rambling a bit. Do you want to say some words, MICRØ?
Well, no, I think it's a, you know, well, the first one got accepted, and it was a cool and very clean looking box. I bought one. I thought it was awesome. And the next year when it got continued, that was like definitely setting sort of a pattern there. So I was, believe it or not, kind of anticipating to see this box come in for this year's event, and sure enough, we did. So I think it's a nice, clean continuation. I mean, it's a very nice style. You know, I love the wood and the red color, and the like the black like staining to it. Like, really gives it sort of an authentic kind of look and feel.
I really did want to point out how he makes the red really kind of blend quite nicely. If I could just get a little bit closer, get a whole lot closer on that. But yep, continue, good sir.
It's a good use of the reflective, you know, the gold leaf applied there. You know, that pattern looks really nice and has a nice reflective layer to it. So it's a well done box, and you know, it fits the theme with the other ones that have been accepted. So they look nice all together as a set. What more can I say? I mean, it's there wasn't much to change. You know, I think you handed things over to me talking about, you know, the variety or the risks you take as a skin maker creating event skins. You know, do you have something reserved and elegant and clean, or you do something that stands out and it's bold and wild and wacky? And well, he had his work cut out for him this year because he had already 2 skins in this set accepted. So he had some boundaries to kind of stay within theme-wise, and, well, he did a nice job, and it's another beautiful addition to the collection, so bravo.
I don't know what animals next year, but I'd feel confident to see another one next year as well, so we'll just have to wait and see. What's next year? The frog? I'm joking. I just saw the frog thing. What is the next animal? Chat. Do you know what the next animal is next year? I don't follow the calendar. I'm very sorry.
Google says it's a dragon. If you trust Google, it's a dragon.
A dragon.
So that could be pretty cool.
He might burn the box. Shall we move on to discussing the furnace, Mr. MICRØ?
We shall indeed.
Let's go move over to the furnace. Don't stand too close, MICRØ. It might burn your pizza pants.
You know, and I had turned this on with the intention of letting it run earlier, but I guess it burned out of the wood that I put in it, so try that again.
Got a good little pan around on this. So, this is made by Anafen. And I want to have this argument right here, right now, MICRØ, right? Because you want to sit there and say you don't consider it a collection. But like, so we didn't notice this.
It has some hallmarks of a collection and some hallmarks of a coincidence. I don't know what you call it, but no, I'll let you explain it.
So Anafen, we didn't realise this. Anafen for the previous 2 other years, so this is the 3rd year on the trot. He's made a furnace skin that was accepted last year, the very cool looking tiger furnace, and the year before that, the ox furnace that looks like a giant lantern. And now in terms of like thematic design and whatnot, they don't look similar. Not like the small box, for example, which look very similar. No. Each and every different furnace has a very, much different design to it. Different usage of colours. Basically, if you put them all next to each other, you wouldn't think they were a collection. But them all being made by Anafen, and they always come out for Lunar New Year, technically speaking, would be a collection, wouldn't they? Every single year. It seems he's getting his accepted. But I should also point out, he was the only one that made a furnace. He was the only person that made a furnace, so he had a plan, and that worked out very nicely for him. But everybody else went and made a door, so... you helped make a door, didn't you, MICRØ? I'm very sorry. I don't mean to offend.
No, it's perfectly fine. I mean, the doors sometimes can be a sort of a safe choice because it's a commonly accepted skin, but
exactly.
And it's sort of easy to make, right? It's a big flat surface, so it's like a canvas. But some things like furnaces are a little more challenging to make, and he's done a nice job. He's had several furnaces accepted, and they've all looked quite nice, so... I'm not surprised at all that he's been carrying the torch this year again for the furnace guy for Lunar New Year. Is it a collection? I'm not sure they bear any resemblance to one another, but I guess they all do have like the appropriate zodiac. What's the words I'm looking for? They accurately sort of integrate the theme of that year's lunar zodiac. Animal, so, or symbol at least in the case of the ox. So yeah, all right, I'll concede we'll call it a collection.
I was actually about to double down and say anything I collect is a collection, so it's a silly way of putting it, but yep, the little rabbit who could jump up to the moon and probably got set on fire. I can't tell. Is that the moon or the sun?
I think that's the moon.
It's the moon. It's the moon.
Well, lunar, right?
Yeah. It's the stars. The stars. He's jumping in the moon. It's the big cheese. He's stuck in the cheese. You're covered in cheese as well. Do you turn it off, please? Turn it off real quick. Right. So we now have weapons to showcase. I have my hands. And they are holding a gun, Mr. MICRØ, if you'd like to pose over there. I will quickly walk off into the snow, and we'll go take a look at the Year of the Rabbit AR. Yeah, assault rifle, or AK-47, they're the same. So, aim down the sight, we've got a nice red tip right there that will stand out better in certain environments. It stands out in white regardless anyway, so shooty, and reload. Get a good look at the shine on the rabbit. That rabbit is making a jump for the sky. Yep. So get a good look at that. Yep. Nice and shiny. Alright. Now, Mr. MICRØ, let's go say hello to you. Oh, should have just done that. MICRØ, you've lost your head.
Oh, is it?
Fix your collarbone. I know. There we go. Hey, it's fixed.
Is it better?
Yep, you fixed your head. You need to keep that. Make sure it's always working. Keep it in check. So let's get a good look at the up close design. What do we see here? Some nice symbols, the clouds, the nice colourful wrapping, the nice usage of green, gold, and red. I guess those are the three main colours for Lunar New Year. And then we'll just slowly move around. Alright, sorry. Just trying to make sure I was at a decent pace as I was panning around. So, get a good look up close. Now, I'm sorry to say, MICRØ, but it's an AK-47, isn't it? It's a bit of a problem.
But it's got a bunny on it.
I know
it's got a rabbit.
It's got a rabbit on it. I should have thought logically, but we've been quite analytical recently. We've been discussing how many skins certain items have had for like 2022. And we've been kind of having a bit of a brainstorm in regards to, you know, like maybe this is something that skin creators would love to know about, or maybe it's what investors would like to know about. In terms of investors, we have to be really cautious with the likes of AKs. We know for a fact that we had tons of them accepted last year, and when you go take a look at all of their pricings right now, they're not performing very well. Why? Because there's just far too many of them that exist. We are, technically speaking, oversaturated with options. But, MICRØ, could you turn to the other side so we could see the rabbit in the light? Yeah, there we go. But you've got to think logically in terms of skin creators, because a skin creator would like to know what's like a safer thing to have accepted, and well, out of a very reasonable portion of weapon skins that were submitted for Lunar New Year this year, oh, get a good look at that rabbit. Look how shiny he is. The AK was picked, alright? Now, I don't want to hate on it, but like, we didn't even get any clothing and armour. Right? You might sit there and say, oh, but the rabbit mask. But no. I'm talking skins. That rabbit mask, technically speaking, is an item. In terms of finances and whatnot, I refer to that as an item. We didn't get any clothing. We didn't get any armour. And there were clothing and armour options. But no, they weren't accepted. And it's really weird to me. But, you know, there's one submission of an AK and it gets accepted. Yep. Now, there were some other interesting options. We saw the likes of glow-in-the-dark rocket launcher. We had a glow-in-the-dark SAR. That was lantern-themed and whatnot. But no, just wasn't accepted. There seems to be a quota that there has to be at least 25 AK-47 skins to be accepted every year. One every 2 to 3 weeks would be the average, it seems. But, yeah. You've lost your hand. Oh, no. That's not very lucky. Yeah,
well,
no, I'm joking.
Nothing we can do about that.
Well, you can chew it off and get a new hand. Right, so other than that, good job there, Eros. You have been very successful recently, haven't you? Seeing a new skin being accepted pretty much every other week. What with the likes of his Cybercode collection and his El Diablo collections recently. That goes ever so nicely with your pizza back.
What do you want on your pizza?
Rabbit, yeah. So, yeah, get a good look at that. And let's just play with the lighting. Oh, yeah, bare flesh. Lovely. Yeah. So, yeah, looking pretty good. You can wave around a little bit if you want, MICRØ, to make it nice and shiny. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Yep. Okay. MICRØ, shall we move on to discussing the other skin, the other weapon, and that being the Satchel charge. So, gentlemen, get a good look at this. Let's have a look at you. Yeah. Nice.
Here,
and...
take a close look at that.
No. Yours doesn't even show the colour. Where is it?
Oh, no.
Yeah, it did it again. Yeah. What if I...
Is that kind of...
Well, he made it disappear. What a wonderful trick. But yeah.
Okay.
If I throw mine on the floor, and then I press O, just get a good look quick. Mine was fine. That was weird, wasn't it?
Fine. Yeah.
So, chat, hope you have a lovely Lunar New Year 2023. Get a good look at this. Come on, fireworks, let's go. Nope. How about now? Nope. How about now? Nope. How about now? Nope. How about now? Yeah. If yours finishes before mine, I'm going to be very upset. There we go. Hey! So yeah, I do believe this is... Well, okay, that didn't go well. How about you go stand over there? And no, okay, well, fine, we'll do it on the side. That was actually pretty lucky, because now we get to see both sides. So, I believe this is the custom for Lunar New Year, where they give money away in red envelopes. If anybody celebrates this, we'd welcome you to explain the situation in regards to it. But, yeah, I believe older people... put money in red envelopes and then they pass it on to younger kids and then they get money and then they're very happy, I guess. And yeah, that's basically it. I don't know the tradition, so if anybody would like to properly explain it, I'm all ears. Mr. MICRØ, would you like to stand over there? No, hold it and put it on your... No.
Just want to make sure you can see it with some different lighting. You get the shine off of there. Pop's pretty nice. It looks good.
Yes. And then a little bit more. Oh, that's your light. Sure. Right, now you can get your use your powers of light, Mr. MICRØ, to make it shine, if you wish. Nice and bright. Yep. So yeah, this doesn't glow in the dark, but pretty nice, pretty cool. But now you're going to sit there and say, what about satchel charges then? Are they a good investment? No. Think like this. Think logically. We've talked about this before. Satchel charges. Why would you want to skin them? And you might sit there and say, well, why would I want to skin anything? Well, if you said it that way, I'd feel very worried about you. But not literally, but yes. In terms of skinning items, why would you want to skin this? Because it explodes and suddenly it's disappeared, it's gone. You've only held it for a minute or two, but you've thrown it on a door and now it's disappeared forever. So maybe this is one of those items that just doesn't really get that much attention in terms of wanting to skin it. Because from what I see in terms of the skin prices, they don't hold up very well. Only during the post-Christmas time have I seen many of the satchel charge skins go up in price to a point where they're above their rust-or price. Take, for example, the delivery satchel charge that came out, I think, September time. Secret recipe, you know, the KFC one. That only just recently started to sell above $1. Throughout all of this year, it was selling for 60 cents. So that was a 99-cent satchel charge. This right here, 99-cent satchel charge. Do you think this is going to hold its value? Do you think it's going to turn a little bit to your left, Mr. MICRØ? Get a good look at that. Yes. Keep a little bit more. Yes. Maybe
there's a comment in chat saying a bit about red envelopes, and specifically that envelope symbolizes good luck and is a symbol to ward off evil spirits. So if I'm running around with this on my hip, you know, maybe I'm a little bit more safe.
Are you sure?
And it looks pretty cool, right? If it's an envelope full of money, you want to be, you know, you want to flex a little bit.
Are you sure it's not the money that's going to help you out? But yeah, no, it's cool. In terms of a fitting design for the holiday, this is a flavour win. So, well, I mean, it explodes, so maybe that's not very lucky, but still, cool looking skin, cool looking satchel charge. I like satchel charge skins. It's just people don't seem to want to skin them that much, and they don't seem to hold their value, which is unfortunate. So, yep. Thank you very much for that, MICRØ. You can throw it in the water if you want. Good luck, ocean. Is the ocean all right? Is the ocean... Well, no. Hooray! You can dance now. Dance. Right then, so that is all of the this week's skins, Lunar New Year. Of course, they're only going to be available for 1 week. We do have items and whatnot, but they've already been shown off, and you've seen them all before, so we're only going to show off the skins. You've already seen the rabbit mask. That is this year's new item. So, yes, by default, a new item is abnormal. So that new rabbit mask most likely will be appearing this Wednesday night / Thursday morning, depending where you are in the world. And if you're going to sit there and say, Hedge, should I buy it? Is it a good investment? I will sit here and say, no. Go look at the most recent masks that we have. First of all, let's point this out. All the masks have the same stats. Secondly, the two most recent ones that came out sold like a few thousand each. They're now selling for like $2 to $3 each. They sold for like $7. Now they sell for $2 to $3. During most of this year, what are you doing? Stop it, bad rabbit. I will not give you a carrot. Oh, you don't have your carrot.
I was trying to see if I could show off the physics on the little tassels a little bit.
Oh, go on. You can keep doing that if you want then.
Well,
now,
I'm not sure that actually worked. You have to tell me.
No. It's still stagnant. But the point
is it though? Is it? Or is it just me moving through the object that it's...
Well, the bells don't move. The bells don't move. These just move independently forever. They just keep doing it.
They just kind of wave around, right?
Yeah, they just do that like by themselves. Yeah. Features, yes, but like this right here, this is going to go down to about $2, maybe less. So that's what we saw recently with the likes of the Tiger Mask and the Ox Mask. They just went down to about $2 for most of the year. When times are good again, they sell for maybe a bit more, maybe close to $3. When times aren't good anymore, they go back down in price. So I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if this ends up around $2. So you're much better off probably doing a buy order. I will reference that again for when we do our abnormal buy orders. But yeah, that is the case. So, yep, that's basically it. Mr. MICRØ, go on.
Investment-wise, it maybe there's some reasons to consider this in its own little category there, but can you take a minute to just get a nice close-up on this and show off all the little detail and stuff, because this is a beautiful piece of work that's, you know, an item specific to this event for this year, and I think it deserves at least a little bit of appreciation that, you know, we do get current or you know, content given to us. You know, like not every game is like this where we get just new content all the time, you know, and like sure you have to pay for it, but it's available and it's like nicely done and it's unique. You know, it's not just a reskin of something. Like this is actually its own standalone, you know, asset from within the game, and it's really nicely made, and it fits the little theme of the rest, you know, of the previous year's lunar masks, and I think it's just a really well done and nicely done item, and I just want to express my thanks, you know, that Face Punch is you know, does this kind of stuff for us. It's really cool.
It's a good looking okay.
Even down to the detail, you know, that's like meant to be like porcelain or something, right?
Yes,
look at the forehead, you know, and get up close on some of those little cracks and stuff. There's a lot of detail there, you know, and this is sort of you know, as far as items go in the game, this is one that has, you know, a quite a bit of detail. Well, that's a little too close. But
I stopped it, but not fast enough. Go on.
It's cool. I don't know. It's something new and something maybe not everyone's gonna use. And sure, it's just a wolf hat, but it's slender and it's small, so it's like, you know, visually as a hitbox goes, maybe it's effective at minimizing your, you know, your silhouette a little bit, although the ears stick up, so I don't know, maybe not. But
yeah, they kind of gave you away earlier when we were testing out the garage door glow check. So
yep. Well, I don't know. I appreciate that we have some stuff like this in the game, and it's not just a boring repeat, you know, of old content. It's like new and fresh, and they kept the style going, so it's cool.
Mr. MICRØ, would you like to move on to talking about the upcoming skins on the workshop? We've got quite a lot to show.
I want to make one other observation, which I believe is something unique with the locker. If you look at the name of this on the store, on the Rust item store, it's hyphenated. And I can't think of any other items that are hyphenated.
Hyphenated?
You know, it's the title of this is Lunar Locker - Rabbit. It's got the hyphen in there, and that's just, I'm not sure there's any other items that are like that. Even when you click on the store page, it takes you to the Steam Community Market link, and it includes the hyphen in the URL. Something I've never seen before. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is something else out there, but
just a random.
I found that to be interesting.
Just a random extra piece of information there. Hey,
well, you know, it was an observation, and it's something unique about the skin market or the skins themselves. And look,
Take it from the rabbit, all right? He knows what he's saying, all right?
All right. Just move on. Just go. Let's go talk about the next thing.
Go find your carrot. Right. We have some doors to take a look at, don't we? So, wait, is that all it's called? Wood door? Seriously? Right, I think we should pair this up with the double door as well, because technically speaking, yeah, it's made by the same guys, so... Yeah, chat. Not too long ago, literally 2 weeks ago, we had a certain Twig door made by Freddy and Kruger, and, it's not too hard to remember because the double door is right in front of us. But Freddy and Kruger decided, you know what? We don't want to do flimsy twigs forever. No, we're going to instead make a log door. Or rather, is it literally just called a wood door?
Yeah.
It's literally just called
wood door. The twigs on the workshop, the twigs are called Twig Double Door, and it's clarified that this is the holes version. And then the wood door is just literally that, a wooden door, and it's called wood door. And it's exactly what it appears to be.
Well, first of all, great, flavor win in terms of, right, yep, that perfectly blends with wood. Did a good job there, can't go wrong. He did a great job with the twig. He's done a fairly decent job with the wood. I think he could probably redo the texture a bit, because it does come across as a bit brighter, a bit more red.
It depends on the angle of the sun. At certain times of day, I think it pulls off the illusion very closely. And remember, there's two different techniques at play here. When you're talking about the log texture of the actual wood building material, it has shape and form. Like in the game, it appears like 3D round logs. But remember, the door texture is done with a normal map, and he's done as much as he can to give the appearance of there being round logs. But if you look at it from a glancing angle, you could see it's still a flat surface. So he's, in certain lights, the game engine renders the logs the same sort of way as the door. But, in other lights, like what you see right there, it can't really get it perfect. So if you put it into shadow, I think it looks more realistic, like it sort of takes on the texture more accurately. But that's probably about as good as you're going to do in terms of being within the limits of skin making. And, well, it's a clever idea, and certainly a sensible extension or a continuation of the Twig set. I mean, the Twig door came in, a few weeks ago. It looks really good in game. You match it up with the Twigs. It has the same sort of thing. Like the Twigs have dimension and form in the game, and on the door itself, you can only do so much with a normal map. And so, I think he did a great job. Here, I'll put one of these here, and maybe you could see what I mean by that. Like
you could actually do the door frame if you want. You could bring in the Twig door again if you want, because there is one thing I've noticed. It's this wooden frame for the double door that kind of ruins the aesthetic of it. It doesn't blend in as nicely as we saw just a couple of weeks ago with the Twig single door, which is, it's going to affect every double door that gets made. But yeah, it probably could still be accepted. So, take for example, so yeah, that blends in a whole lot more nicer. Oh, you got it the other way around.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna slam it right in there, but I put it backward.
Actually, we might need to move the actual frame the other way around as well, I've noticed. But yeah, regardless, I could just go the other side. That twig, blends in so much nicer compared to this with the wooden frame. And I guess there's only so much you can do. But in terms
there's no way around that.
Yeah, there's no way around that. That's what you got. So, in terms of appeal, we have to figure that out first of all. There's over 30,000 sales for that single door, right? That's the highest selling wooden door skin that's ever come out. Now, will the same appeal roll over with this wooden door? I wouldn't say no, but I definitely think player count has had a factor. Earlier today, we had 150,000 people playing during the peak time. That's really good. There's probably even more right now that's playing. But we've had a lot of people playing at the during these times. A lot more people with money to spend, and they bought out tons and tons of that Twig door. We potentially might see the exact same thing with this wood door. Now, technically speaking, you might sit and say, this is a continuation of a collection. We're going to pair it up with this. We will consider this a collection continuation of the Twig doors. It's thematically the same. It's made by the same people. We're going with that. We do feel like that is part of the same collection. But, you know, if you've invested into Twig door and Twig small box, for example, should you be worried? Is this the end of the potential Twig collection? I'm going to sit here and say no. It doesn't hurt for a skin creator to just do something a little bit different in between from their main collections. You know, the ones that most likely get accepted or already have had loads of acceptances. So it's nice to see them doing something a little bit different for now. And then maybe we'll end up seeing our Twig furnace or Twig locker or Twig rug. So, yeah. Double doors, double wooden doors. We only have 4 marketable double wooden doors. And if this potentially is accepted, I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if this has a lot of sales. Because a lot of people will be looking at it and assuming, right, well, this potentially is going to make a lot of money. Or rather, it's going to have a lot of interest. All you have to do is just take a look at all the other wooden double doors. They're all in the positive. Right now, I don't think one of them is below $3, for example, right now. So, yeah, what do you reckon? Now, there is also the extra thing that we should probably point out, MICRØ. There's more holes to see through. So that might be beneficial, but could that also be a detriment? Could the people outside see too much? Like, if someone left their base with a door like this on the outside, people could look in and see where to strike or where to attack, or is it even worth going through, like, busting through these doors to you know, grab what you can? Because as we've been talking about Rust at the moment, you know, early on, a lot of people will be using wooden doors and double doors if they can, just to use them for the moment. And the point that you were talking to me last night was, a lot of people do very much like to use double doors, but they could easily start up with the wooden and work their way up to sheet metal and potentially even armor doors later on.
Or garage doors.
Exactly,
yeah,
that.
It's common
Doors.
to use these as placeholders for garage doors.
So wooden double doors are the beginning of a progression. And I get the feeling we actually might see this being accepted. Like, I'm semi-confident it might happen. Face Punch saw that Twig door sold 30,000, right? They saw that happen. I wouldn't be surprised if this is accepted. But in terms of profit potential, I need to see the sales numbers. You know, Twig door right now is actually slipping down below its Rust door price. But if we do see more of the collection being accepted, then yeah, it could bounce back and jump back up in price. Much like how last week, when we saw the Constellations garage door being accepted, the Constellation deployable skins jumped up in price a bit more. So it does look cool, yes. Oh, hello, Dark Schneider. How you doing? We just talked a lot about your garage door earlier. You might need to rewind back a bit. Let's just say you did a pretty good job. Right, MICRØ, I'm done talking about wood. Do you have any wood facts you want to say before we move on to the next thing?
Only that across our data collection from the Steam workshop, which I do in a semi-automated kind of way, I have a long list of skins that gets submitted each week, and I can order that list by favorites, by the number of favorites. And the wood door, the logs on it is, well, as of the time that I collected my data on Thursday night. So it quite possibly has changed since then. I wasn't prepared for this moment. I could have collected my data. In fact, I guess I could. I'm not going to, but it was number 5 on the list, so it was performing pretty well in terms of community interest
and demand.
So, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, there's no guarantee. I wouldn't even hazard to suggest that it stands any more or less likelihood to be accepted than any other one. I think it meets all the qualifications as far as properly modeled and baked skins. It's a clever idea. Thematically, it extends that existing single door and box set, and who knows, you know, if Face Punch likes it, sure, it could definitely easily be accepted. It doesn't have any reason not to be, but I won't put my faith into it like so confidently to say that it's likely to be accepted, but it certainly looks good and it's well done, and you know, I'm curious to see what he can do next in terms of carrying that idea forward. So if you like it, go and vote on it.
Yeah.
Show that you're interested, and
it could
provide your feedback or suggestions to the author in the comments. You know, what do you want to see next?
You can show your support, you can share your feedback, and it helps both the creator, it could help you because your opinion gets heard and maybe listened to, and well, it helps out Face Punch because eventually a very nice game potentially gets accepted and loads of people happy, so helps out many people. Mr. MICRØ, shall we proceed on to the next deployable? Sorry for skipping ahead, but yeah, they're right next to each other and they're made by the same creator, so I am now going to talk about... What did I literally just reference? What did I literally just talk about? It's right in front of me, the Constellations collection. So, Mr. Cavency, he's made 2 versions of the sheet metal door. Unfortunately, they weren't accepted, but maybe right now is the best time. So, in terms of the sales that the garage door got, kind of got a bit hindered because, as we mentioned earlier, as we referenced, the Lunar New Year skins kind of got, you know, uploaded really early. I'm talking, if on average I see a Rustore rotation happen between 6 to 8 PM in the evening on a Thursday in the UK, so get your reference, in the UK, 6 to 8 PM, it came out at 11 AM in the morning for me. I was at work, I couldn't do anything, I couldn't take a look, couldn't buy anything, so that was awkward. But, yeah, that garage door only sold like 22,000. And when we see something like this on the horizon, you've got to think, well, if this gets accepted, what's going to happen to that garage door? What's going to happen to the armoured door? What's going to happen to the double doors? Well, we are noticing the trend that deployables in a collection do go up in price when a new deployable is accepted. The best example, 100%, is the Tempered collection. Mr. MICRØ, would you be able to turn off the lights, please, good sir? Yes. Now, let's just... Oh, it's the light from the lantern. Ah, it's fine. It's fine. It's most...
Do those too? Hey, yeah, I have ultimate control over lighting here, so...
He's whacking them with his rabbit ears. So, so yes, I have a pretty solid good feeling this might be the time. Because I'm not seeing many sheet metal door skins being uploaded compared to the other doors. Plus, this is part of an established collection. I think this has got a pretty decent chance of being accepted. You know? How many sheet metal door skins have we had accepted so far this year? I don't think we've had one yet. No, we haven't. We've had a wooden door. We've had a garage door. We've had an armoured door. Have we had a sheet metal door? MICRØ, seriously, I can't remember. Have we? No, we haven't, have we?
Well, no. It's only been a few weeks so far, and we're very short into the year. But I think you're correct.
I'm respecting the trends that I saw that 2022 had, and if sheet metal door randomly becomes like a lot sparse compared to the previous years, maybe sheet metal door skins would go up in price a bit more. But yeah, at the very least, if this is accepted, and it feels like it's a perfectly fine time for this to be accepted, with the drought of sheet metal door skins being accepted, this would cause the Constellation skins prices to go up. So
we did have the Volcano door.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That was the first week. That was the first week of the year.
You know what?
And that was along with the Twig door.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm not getting old. I'm not going crazy. I actually thought that was an armoured door for some reason. I'm being silly. But yep, pretty cool looking door. Nice bunch of wiring. Yep. Quincy, if this isn't accepted, I don't know what else to say. I mean, you've tweaked it a lot. You've added more features to it. You've rearranged the constellations, and surely this is the time for it. Surely this is the right time for another cool-looking, glow-in-the-dark sheet metal door to be accepted. And we will see that Constellations collection grow ever nicer. I really do think Constellations will live up to like Outer Planets, which had a lot of deplorable skins accepted. So yeah, they're very valuable at the moment. Let's see what happens in the future for that. But for now, let's now start talking about another potential continuation. Last year, we saw a lot of ice door and box skins being accepted. Mr. Red Rex had... Oh, now we're going to go back a bit. He had a small box. He had a wooden door. He had a sheet metal door. He had a fourth skin that I can't seem to remember. Was it Garage Door, MICRØ?
I don't remember.
I think it was. I'm pretty sure I remember. Yep, I believe it was. I could be wrong. I'm very sorry. But, yeah. After a year, he's decided to return to it. Oh, get a good look at the light. Get a good look at the light. Let's just kind of look at it to the side. You can see all the shine as it... Look at the...
So,
shade.
you want to know what he had accepted?
Yes, please.
Was a wooden door, a small box, a sheet metal door, and a garage door.
Yes.
He also had created, after that, a double wooden door, a large wood box, and a vending machine. And those were sadly passed on. But we had already been well into February when we saw the vending machine, and even the double door was late January. So it was already sort of looking forward to Lunar New Year / Valentine's stuff at that point. So it was a good attempt, but I guess you have to maintain some consideration for the season and the seasonal events and stuff. So,
well, it's still cold in February.
That's true.
It's cold everywhere. Anyway, MICRØ, would you like to turn the lights off and use your powers of minor light to show off the shine? Because this, yeah, very shiny. You could see, look at the shade. Look at the... Did a pretty good job. Nice sense of sheen. The bake
it definitely has like a scalloped sort of texture, like it was a block of ice that was like coarsely chipped away or something.
Yeah. All the chippings.
I think actually, I'm not sure about this, but inside caves and stuff, maybe they have a texture sort of like that, because I do know that the glacial ice can sublimate and just sort of like turn directly into gas without melting into a liquid.
Have you ever been inside
like that?
Have you ever been inside a glacier?
No, but I've been inside some other caves. Not a ton, but I don't know. There's some interesting geological phenomena.
You're correct. There is glacier ice. That's exactly how it looks when you walk inside one. I've been to Switzerland, and we walked into big, huge glacier. Really cold in there, but yeah, this is exactly what the walls inside look like, because they quite literally chipped away all inside, and hey, let's bring tourists in here. So yeah, that was basically it. But Switzerland, it's very hilly, but very, very nice views. Wake up in the morning and you see clouds like just gliding through the trees and whatnot, because it's so high up and whatnot. Very nice place to be in. So yeah, that was a nice experience. Congratulations if you're Swiss. So yeah,
and nice chocolate too.
Yes, very nice chocolate. I went to the chocolate factory. Oh, it's lovely. I went to what was it? What do they call it? I can't remember the name. It tastes so good. It's the milk chocolate.
Toblerone?
Not Toblerone. It's
I don't know. Is that even Swiss?
Yes, it is. So anyway, let's just move on. Milka chocolate. Who makes Milka chocolate? Nestle? It's not Nestle, is it? Is it? I think it is. Anyway, let's move on. I don't want to think about chocolate anymore. It's New Year's. I'm trying to commit to my New Year's resolution to not be fat anymore. Anyway, so Dungeon Armador. Yes, step in. Let's see what you've made right here. It's ghastly. It's grungy. It's kind of like the catacombs. It's the dungeon garage door. Let's get a good look at that. So, immediately I'm going to give you some great points for the fact that, again, he made the skulls glow to make it as if the lights, reflecting on it and whatnot. And that looks really good. Stepan, you're doing a very good job with this collection, and I wouldn't say no to this being accepted. Even though we've had 2 garage doors accepted so far this year, how can you sit here and say no to that? Now, I did make a point that he should probably take those skulls, as because it's like catacombs, isn't it? And just put that in a rug, and then you can turn your whole base into dungeons, and take those skulls and make your whole turn your walls into like catacomb walls and whatnot. So yeah, Mr. MICRØ's doing the walk check, and well, I think you can see you. I think we can see you quite easily. Let's just make sure we're in 100% darkness. Yeah, 100% I can see you.
Well,
there's no hiding.
Yeah, in terms of all the doors I've seen, you could sign a sort of camp in front of this without giving away your position too much.
If you wear your big grin, you might look quite all right with those skulls. I'm just smile, but yeah, it looks cool, and I think he's done a very good job for what he wanted to create. If you had to sit there and say design a dungeon door, from what I see there, the chains, the torches, the like the sharp pointy clamp down parts there. What do you call those bits? What is that for? I can't remember. But you don't want to be standing beneath it when it comes down. Let's put it that way. It might chop you up. But yeah, like very, very good job. I think you did a very good job here, Stepan. And honestly, won't be surprised in the slightest if you turn this into a collection with a whole bunch more of these. I really do look forward to see what's next. But as I said, you've got to make that rug. I want to turn my whole base into a dungeon. So, MICRØ, shall we just quickly bring that up? And we'll go to night time. No. No glow. I'm not seeing any glow. No.
On my end, it kind of looks like something's glowing.
I see that too, but I think it's... what is that? Is that actually...
Is it like bugged out or glitching somehow, or is that actually on the map? I really don't know. Be interesting to take a look.
I think it actually is glowing. I think you're right. I think that is glowing.
Huh. How about that?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, it does glow. You
know what? I'll inspect the map and I'll let you know.
Okay, sure. But do you see that bit right there?
Mm-hmm.
And then you see that little line. There it is. Do you see that line there? You can only see it right underneath. So if I get close to it, there it disappears. Then I go back down again. Oh. How about we bring it down and just focus that. Yeah, MICRØ, I'm pretty sure that glows in the dark when it's folded up. Those panels glow. He made the panels glow. Yeah, that looks like an intentional design. Cool. Right, well, at least we got that uncovered. Detective Hedge, always on the case. So...
yeah, I'm looking at I'm looking at the maps for a garage door right now, and just looking at the braces and the roller, and then examining the emissive map for this. It's definitely got some glowing portions there on the. It looks like the bracket, and well, yeah, it glows. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but it certainly does have some emission in the map. So
well, no worries about it. And I'm pretty confident to sit there and say yes, that panel bit there does glow. So yeah, you did a very good job, Stepan. Let's see if that gets accepted. Remember what we say, people. With all of these skins that we're showing off now, they are workshop submissions. They haven't been accepted.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I want to just take a look. Yeah, I can see it. I see. So that's when the door is shut. If there, these torches were burning, let's, assume this is the scene that's being portrayed. Yeah, that would be illuminated by that. So yeah. I think that's actually properly textured for when the door is shut, and it just has the nice and very subtle and helpful effect of being lit up even in the dark. So in your pitch black base on a moonless night, like right now, all we have is, you wouldn't have a sky visible with northern lights and stars, but yeah, if this was a closed up base, that would be a helpful navigational aid. So,
yeah. Right
cool.
then. So, yep, good stuff there. If you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no on the workshop. Mr. MICRØ, I am now going to discuss the continuation of the Volcano collection. Quite convenient that you brought it up just a few minutes ago. So, let's get a good look at you. About a year and a half ago, we had the Volcano furnace being accepted. And just a couple of weeks ago, we had the Volcano sheet metal door being accepted. Well, Mr. LaCramp has decided, you know what? Do I have to look at your leg?
Oh, pardon me.
It's all good. So, yeah, Mr. LaCramp has decided to make a large box. And we like this a lot because if you've seen the door with the very ghastly looking distressed Volcano man face, it was pretty cool. But he didn't just like take that and tack it onto a large box. No. He's made it like eerie and weird. Like, so down here, he's fairly tame with his face, but if you look to the sides over here, oh, he's angry. What's he angry about? He's full of hot air. He's mad about something. Chat, YouTube, what did you do to him? What did you do? Did you take away his valuables inside of him? So, let's just turn this to nighttime, and as you can see, it starts to lighten up. Come on, lighten up. There we go. Perfect. Yep. It is glow in the dark. Very nice. Get a good look at that. So, angry face, more red. This one seems to have a bit more of a brighter orange. And then up here, we've got a pretty freaky looking, what I think is eyeballs. Eyes. It's something, it's weird, it's strange, and it's right there in front of you, staring into your soul. Would you like to jump into the lava? Oh, MICRØ, are you doing your mine? Yeah, go on then. You do that. I'll get a good look at it. See how the...
Yeah, just to kind of show off the texture, you know, and the sculpting job here.
Yeah, I can see how it stands out on the top quite nicely. See the bake. Sorry, do a yawn. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah.
Are you not? You're bored by the lava, Hedge?
Well, let me just go touch it and it'll wake me up. Sorry, it's a thing I do. When I talk for too long, I yawn, and I don't know why. It's weird. It's really weird. Okay, so yep, that seems fine. So yeah, cool stuff there, LaCramp. Gentlemen, if you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. But you might have noticed that that's not the only large box storage to be submitted this week. No. Mr. JJ has returned, and well, what do we see right in front of us right here? It is a continuation of that small box we saw accepted just before New Year's. It's the Blue Lotus large box. So let's just get a good look at that. Now, what do you call it? Styrograph? Is that what it's called?
Yes. Well, we were talking about that toy thing with the gears. It kind of looks like a spirograph output. But yeah, I mean, it's, I don't know how he did that. You know, it's definitely got some like mathematical curvature. You know, like you could probably describe that curve pattern with some kind of a mathematical formula. But I couldn't tell you what it is though.
So yes, JJ has decided to continue it. I don't blame him. Like a lot of people do that, wouldn't they? They get one skin accepted and they think, you know what, I could turn this into a collection. That's the right way of thinking. You know, people who buy skins tend to be more invested into collections, and when they see more skins of said collection being accepted, they tend to buy them more. So this right here, very nice. It's a very nice continuation of the small box that was accepted just quite some time back. And, yeah.
That was the last week of the year.
Yes, it was.
Last year.
Literally just before New Year's. Oh, I've hit the door again. Ow. I've got to stop doing that. So, yep.
I should, I don't know. I don't do this for everything. I don't know why I just had it handy, but there's the small one too, just to show the resemblance and the continuation of that style. Interestingly, the small box has that purple band going across the lower portion of it that you could see in the dark, and then the large box has it sort of radiating from the center of that lotus flower. So cool incorporation of a little color variation there, just to break up the uniformity of it and give it a little more variation to the style and the design. But I think it's, I don't know, the large box fits pretty well. As you put them side by side, they certainly complement one another nicely. So
yeah, I wonder where he takes it next. Like,
yeah.
He was asking people, hey, what do you reckon I should make next? And yeah, a rug. I thought, you know what, that would look pretty good on a rug. You could put that all over your walls and everything. And now we're playing the game of playing with lights. So
yeah, show off that sculpting job there, the modeling job. It's interesting, you know. It's we see a lot of things that are sort of organic shapes, or, you know, fabric simulations. But when it comes to the modeling, like, this is sort of like I was trying to say, a mathematical kind of curvature that you could define in polar coordinates. And I remember doing this in some math class I took one time. But then he went, you know, and actually made it into like a 3D shape. And I was a little bit cluttered when I positioned the stuff here for this week. Let me knock down that post and open up this door to give me a little more freedom of motion here. But this, get rid of the small box too. Yeah, I don't know. I like the depth and the texture, and it's sort of like a bas relief carving, and it's a clever concept. So pretty neat.
Yep. It's not too wacky in design, but it sticks with a theme that it sets up, and it looks very nice. So, congratulations there, Mr. JJ. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. But like I said, you do have competition, and that's not the only large box skins to be submitted. There's always more. There's always newer people trying to get their first skins ever to be accepted, and, you know, maybe first ever skins to be put into a top picks. So we just have to constantly keep our eyes out. And of course, we're doing that every Tuesday in the Tuesday Workshop Skin Check. So keep an eye out for the next video in a few days' time, of course. So, MICRØ, any final words, or shall we proceed to showing off some weapons?
Point out, I'm not sure if you did, but this has a glow and a non-glow version on the workshop.
Yes, yes. So this has two versions, glowing and non-glow. So yeah, that's all good. Got that covered. MICRØ, we have some weapons to show. So let me just get myself nice and prepared for that. We have this. And then we have this. And sorry, I'm trying to be faster. This. And this. And boom, boom, pow. And then we've got this. Right, cool. So, starting off with the continuations with weapons. Dead Souls is back. So, not too long ago, we had the likes of a Dead Souls AK-47 being accepted. Quite nice. KVA has decided to try and make a few other weapon skins. Hasn't been successful since the AK, but now I'm holding the MP5, and we got that very helpful light green aim sight. I shoot, I reload, and all is well. I quickly take a look at that. Hey, what are you doing? I'm standing
here. Just
here.
To give you a sample of what it sounds like from over here.
Wonderful. Alright, so let's just get a good look. Now, I must have said this before, but in terms of like design, we've kind of already seen it multiple times. It's the goofy looking skulls with the various different head armor and whatnot. But you only see two in here, so he couldn't fit all of it in. Yep.
They look so joyous and exuberant, don't they?
If you're happy and you know it, lose your skin. Clap, clap.
Flap your teeth.
So, yep. Nice leather. All nice wrappings. Yep. And then we make it dark. And then we just spin around. Spin around. Spin around. Get up nice and close. Yep. MP5 skins, unfortunately, aren't doing the best still. It is unfortunate. So, you know, you might be wanting another MP5, but investors, yeah. So, give that a nice reload. Pop that in. Slap it. All good. Right, so if you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no, Mr. MICRØ. Any words, or shall you put it on your back?
Nope. I think, I don't know why, but I like the wood, the tone, the wood tone, the wood finish. It goes well with the MP5, and yeah, I kind of like it. I mean,
did a pretty good job
it
of
is, it is, you know, this design has always been very consistent from item to item in terms of using those graphics. You know, he's getting a lot of mileage out of those, but I mean, it kind of looks cool, and the color scheme fits together pretty nicely, and it's well balanced in terms of its distribution of color, and so I got no complaints against it. I think it's a nicely done and well thought out MP5 skin. In terms of desirability, you already pointed out MP5 is kind of in a rut right now, but can always change. So
I just read what Dark Schneider says. He says, because apparently I have too much carbon dioxide in my body. It causes me to yawn more. I'm having a panic attack now. Thank you for saying that. I've got carbon monoxide in me or something. Sorry, didn't mean to derail. Right, okay. All right, MICRØ, let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, get rid of that CO2, Hedge.
Okay.
Just breathe.
You're giving me panic attacks, MICRØ. I need to calm down.
I have calm down. It's Calmtime, Hedge.
It's Calmtime. Yes. That was a great way to move on to it. Come on. That was a great way to move on to it. What do I have in my hands, gentlemen? It's the Calmtime SAR. Semi-automatic rifle, to be precise. I aim. I see that ever so lovely looking, bright, purple aim sight. Should be helpful in pretty much every single environment. I shoot, and I reload, and everything is calm. Everything is lovely in the world. Can't go wrong. Take one good look. Octopus Cthulhu thingy. Yep, that's cool. An otherworldly creature is telling me to stay calm. I shall call him Dark Schneider. And here we are. Get a good look at that. So, we have seen quite a lot of SAR skins being accepted, haven't we? That is something that has been building up over the past few years. I believe we saw like... I've got this mixed up. Was it 8 or 11 1 year, about 3 years ago? So 2020 was 8 or 11. And then 2022 was... I've lost my frame of thought. Basically, every year we're noticing that we're getting more overall SAR skins being accepted. And it is starting to set a trend of people not wanting to... well, let's put it this way. Those skins don't hold up very well when times aren't very good. Times are good at the moment, so the prices are doing better. But when times aren't doing very well in terms of funds, prices and whatnot in the Rust economy, quite a lot of these SAR skins do suffer quite badly, and the vast majority of them will be below their Rust store price. We, not too long ago, were in that position around the end of October, early November, and even the Blackout SAR was doing not very well. Right now it's doing great. But yeah. So this right here, it potentially could be the next continuation of the Calmtime collection. It looks nice. I will point that out. So that's Mr. Frog and their friend Keo, I believe. So, yes. How about we make it nice and purpley in the skies and behind? Yes. Now it's fitting. Now it's nice. So yeah, gentlemen, if you want to stay nice and calm, if you want to chill out, why not suggest supporting the Calmtime SAR? Mr. MICRØ, can you put it on your back?
Sure. For the record, we had, I believe, 21 SAR skins last year. And
it was that much, was it?
19 or 17 the year before.
Yeah. So little by little, every year we get more and more compared to the previous year. And it is starting to look like a problem that we see with the AK-47 skins. I recall...
Only 11 in 2020.
Yeah. So during Halloween of this year, all the way up to about the end of November, we had like 6 SAR skins accepted. I think there's like 7 on the trot, including the charitable Rust one. So yeah, that type of trend. Yeah, that type of trend is something I've noticed, and it's definitely affecting the demand. when too many skins appear for an item in such a short amount of time, best example being the Armador last year, all of the skins that come out kind of bottleneck each other in terms of demand and price, and you get the idea, and they all suffer because of it. So we have to be cautious about that. I've told you, I've warned you, be aware of it, please. And yeah, so pretty cool looking, sir. Let's see what happens from here on now. Mr. MICRØ, any final words?
I only got one word. It's bang, 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 bang.
Well, you have a weird way of staying calm, so how about we move on to the next one? The next weapon will be the banger bow. Yes, I alluded to this earlier. Michael has made another skin. Do you like it, MICRØ? Don't worry, you just got to sit there and stay calm. So yes, this is the banger hunting bow, to be precise. Let's just get a good look at it up close. So there's no bullet that shoots across on this one. It just says free hits. Can you see it? Free hit. Yep. So no bang. It shoots arrows. So yeah, where are you? Where are you? Bit lower. That'll do. Alright. So, let's go take a look at Mr. MICRØ. Yes, so exquisite. This man in perfect shape and form, holding the banger bow. Yes, good to look at that. So, nice pink rope. You wouldn't call that rope, would you? What would you call it?
No, I would call that. I personally would call that a string, but we should ask Dark Snyder what that's called. Then maybe there's a more technical term. Reason I say to ask him because I believe he was an archer. I think.
Really now?
Well, he made that charitable rust skin, right, with the bow. So maybe there's some other kind of
it's bowstring. Term. That's it. It's bowstring. I know that from from RuneScape.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll have you know I had a very good fletching skill. Anyway, so sorry. I've remembered everything now.
That's the official archery term is the string.
Yeah, but it would be
the bowstring.
Bowstring would be probably the best way to explain it. But yep. So nice, bright and colourful.
It's a pink one.
Yep.
It's a pink one.
It's a pink one. Let's make a nice pink sky in the background. Come on, sky. There we go. Now we go to dark. So, what I was trying to say is, I've noticed a bit of a trend where the colourful bows tend to be the ones that sell better and hold their value a bit more. I think this has a decent chance of doing alright. Banger Collection keeps getting a skin accepted every other week, so it's flourishing in a sense. Will it reach its end soon? I don't know. Will it end with this? I don't know. But do you know what you can do? If you like the sight of this bow skin, you can sit there and say, you know what? I could go to the workshop. It does have a boom. Okay, anyway. And a bang. MICRØ, turn to your right. I was tricked. I just never looked on the other side. It does have a bang. Well, at least it doesn't have a bullet. But yes, if you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no in the workshop. And that's basically it. Like, you know, it looks nice and bright and colourful, tends to do quite alright in terms of finances. Go take a look at all of the bow skins if you can, and you tell me what price are the more colourful ones, or rather, what colour are the most valuable bow skins. And you might notice they tend to be quite bright and colourful and very interesting to look at. So if you're going to use a bow, it better be bright and colourful, it seems. That seems to be the trend. And, yep. Very nice. You got one in your head, by the way, if you want to grab it. You know, a little bit. Yeah, there we go. He pulled it out. And he didn't suffer any damage. Right, MICRØ?
It stings a little bit.
Yep, just a bit. Right, so, with that, we can now move on to our other primitive tool. Oh, no. No, that'll be for later on. No.
You can skip ahead if you want.
No. I wanted to keep in order. I mistakenly thought I had the crossbow next, but no. I should open my eyes a little bit better and take a look at this Wonderland revolver. So, yes. I am a purveyor and great enjoyer of the Revolver. Very nice investments. And what we have right here is... Wait, MICRØ, is this a continuation?
Yeah, I don't know. You be the judge of that. You be the judge of that.
Really?
Well,
is this
looks
Sunrise?
a lot. Yeah, it looks a lot like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Same author, new name. I don't know. I mean, when I say new name, I mean the collection. I don't know why it gave it this name. I don't know. I think it's really cool. I think it's a very unique looking design, and I don't know. Personally, I view it as a continuation just because it's stylistically bears such a strong resemblance. So,
well, I should point this out. That wasn't a bit. I actually didn't know, but I was instantly reminded by the design of it that it kind of looked like Sunrise. Its plain flat coloration, the variety of colours, reminded me of it. I guessed it. Turns out I was kind of correct. So, Mr. Keke clearly has a style. So yes, made by Keke. I shall move in and take a good look on the side. There you go. That's a great representation. Get a good look at that bucket helmet. That's one of the Sunrise skins that we had before. So yeah, let's get up and close and see how that looks like in the dark. Yeah, so as we get... Yeah. I'm looking at you. Oh, now I'm looking at you. So yeah, pretty cool. Now, as I was saying, I am a great enjoyer of the Revolver skins because they always tend to be very nice investments. Go take a look at all the Revolver skins right now. You might notice not a single one is below its restore price. Every single one right now will be above and selling for a very nice profit. The beloved Tier 1 gun. Everybody loves him. Everybody loves him. Everybody buys it. So yeah, Revolver skins have high gun demand. They do get used a lot. So that, you know, if the gun's being used a lot, the skins will be wanted to be used a lot. And therefore, all the skins are selling for a very nice price. And now we just back up a bit. We take a look over to here, and Mr. MICRØ's got it on his hip. Yep. Nice and ready to quickly whip it out and shoot some naughty people. Yes, get a good look at that. So, nice, bright and colourful. Is that the Revolver for you? Yes, is that the Revolver for you? Please consider voting yes or no. Whether it's to use it and enjoy it, or to buy it and sell it for a profit. So, let's now move on to the next weapon, Mr. MICRØ. Let's talk about the double barrel shotgun. And I was having a little talk with you earlier, MICRØ. We had a bit of a discussion. The last water pipe shotgun skin to be accepted was last year's Lunar New Year. The last pump shotgun skin to be accepted was the recycler pump shotgun, wasn't it? If you recall, we had a bit of a fuss about that. Luckily, we got a skin being accepted. Can you hear fireworks? Apparently, some people are celebrating. Sorry about that. Well, I can't blame them. It's Lunar New Year, but yep. And well. Last year, only one water pipe shotgun skin being accepted. Last year, only one pump shotgun skin being accepted. How many double barrel shotgun skins were accepted? I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it's at least 12. So, yeah. Out of all the shotguns, this is the one that's the favourite of Face Punch. This is the one that's getting all of its skins accepted. So Mr. Bad Trip must have noticed and thought, you know what? I'll continue my No Mercy collection. And, yeah, I will... make one of these. Now, MICRØ, if we could just zoom in into you, get a good look at that. MICRØ, I'm just going to quickly close my window properly, so if you'd like to have a nice little discussion with the chat, have fun talking about the design of the No Mercy collection and how it applies on this double barrel shotgun, and I'll be back in a minute. Sorry about this, MICRØ. Are you alright to talk?
I wasn't prepared for that, but I'll be happy to.
I'm very sorry. I need to close this properly. I can hear fireworks.
Well, that's, you know, it does make sense. It's Lunar New Year right now. It's ticking over the calendar over there in Hedgeland. We've got another addition here to the No Mercy collection. I wish I could move Hedge's camera around there. I don't know what I could show exactly. I'll start with by pointing out this exhibits a lot of the same issues present with every double barrel, and that it's the default sights on here. So it's, you know, the pattern is all very clearly a No Mercy style. You know, this collection is huge and has a whole bunch of existing items to reference in terms of the textures and the little skull details and the use of black and white banding in certain places. But one thing you'll notice here is that just like every other double barrel, the skin or the sights are like a copper color, and there's no getting away from that. It's just part of the skin. It's part of the double barrel. It's part of rust, and that's the only thing that's not really skinnable on a double barrel. It's just there's a comment in chat asking why that's the case. It's just the way they've implemented the mechanics of the object in the game, and we could talk about the UV layout and the way the textures are applied, but that's kind of beyond the scope of our normal weekly showcase here. But just understand that you can submit skins to Rust, and they're done in like a graphical, like 2D format, and that texture is then projected onto the 3D object, and so the game retrieves those textures from the file, and whether you put them there or not, it doesn't really obey them. And there's some other objects in the workshop where the game kind of just refuses to obey certain maps or portions of maps, but in this case the double barrel just has the default sights because they all do, and that's just the way it goes. So but yeah, I mean, it definitely does a great job of exhibiting, you know, all of the features that we know and love from the No Mercy set. It's, you know, if maybe I should have been more prepared with, you know, to be fully decked out head to toe in No Mercy gear here to really show how well it fits. But if you know the collection, I mean, you've been around Rust for a while, and I mean, No Mercy is one of those collections that it's like, there's just a ton of items. Is this the biggest collection? Or
it is. I was about to say that. No Mercy collection is the most successful collection to have the most skins accepted to it. Like, it's got 28, and then the second best one's got like 21. So, you know, it's succeeding, and with more and more being accepted every now and then, like the Armored Dawn not too long ago, hell, why not try and get another one accepted? So, yeah. Can't see why not. Matches that sleek, cool design that No Mercy tends to have, and you've mentioned this before. There's even real-life merch for this No Mercy design.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So, like, you could get, like, mouse pads of No Mercy and whatnot. So, you know, why not? So, Mr. MICRØ, would you like to put it on your hip or on your back? Or put it on top of your head and run towards people whilst it automatically shoots? You could, yeah, it's like the bunny rabbit is. Bunny bangers. That sounds weird. All right, so...
Oh, no, let's not go there.
Yes.
Let's keep it moving here.
Hello, Corium. How you doing, buddy? Do you like what you see? Do you like the double-barrel shotgun? That is the No Mercy double-barrel shotgun. Is it your type of style, or what? All right. Mr.
Hey, if you're door camping in the snow, this is what you need. Well, let's everyone get out there and vote.
Right. Now, Mr. MICRØ, I can whip out the next primitive item or weapon. Ah, yes, look at that. It's the... Come on, lights, turn on. Turn on. I command you to turn on. Stop it, Aurora Borealis. I did not call for you. I want the lights on. There we go. Perfect. Right. It's the JPEG Crossbow.
That's why you needed the lights.
Yep. We have a continuation of the JPEG collection. So, quite recently, GBG had made the version 2 of his Tier 3 armor, and unfortunately hasn't been accepted yet. But of course, Lunar New Year, so Lunar New Year was Lunar New Year skins only, and well, we didn't see it the week before that either, so maybe we'll see... Maybe we'll see the... Maybe we will see the... Tier 3 being accepted, or, well, maybe we'll see this bit.
Nice, nice.
So, let's go take a look at MICRØ. I'm not going to let you see me. I'm not going to let you see me. No, I'm hiding. You can't get me. Stay there. Stay there. Look at you. You're a mess. Your choices have led you being like this, MICRØ. Just show the skin. So yes, we have this very nice looking crossbow design. Oh yes. Oh, I got too close to your thumb. So still doing the old cell shaded, are we, Mr. GBG? I don't blame you. It still keeps getting accepted. I reckon you should jump back into doing another deployable. Can't hurt to do another crossbow, because this is actually the version 2. I remember we showed off the original like just before Halloween. So yeah, that was a good few months back. But honestly, GBG, you look very successful with your deployables. With the amount that you pumped out, I think you had like 2 out of 3 being accepted. Deployables are all the rage, good sir. I think you should consider trying to get those accepted. But I wouldn't be surprised if next week we don't see so many deployables with so many being accepted this week. Maybe we'll see more weapons and, God forbid, clothing and armour. So I want to see a whole week of just clothing and armour. We haven't seen any for so long. I'm starting to forget what it looks like. But yeah, this is looking very nice, sharp and sleek. Can't really say much else. It is a gimmick. It's yeah, gimmick in its design. So it's going to be flat, bright colours, very noticeable, fun theme. People like it. People have been buying them. But would they like to have a crossbow next? Gentlemen, if you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. What have you done to the colours?
So notably, the stirrup that's at the front has been sort of eliminated. I guess, is that a stirrup or is that like a U-bolt with something attached to it? It's whatever you would stand on to apply the leverage to like cock the string back, and that's been sort of deleted on the JPEG version. But that's fine. I think it still looks totally cool. And
when you look at it from an angle, you can accidentally see the outlines.
Oh really?
I've noticed it. I've noticed.
I didn't notice it, but I believe that. I've seen that on some other skins.
I think you can see like a very faint flicker appear every now and then. Oh well, I won't worry about it too much. So yep, JPEG crossbow. If it's what you want to see being accepted, show your support, and maybe we'll see it in the future. Right, MICRØ, as I heard from you, I believe we have 2 more things to show off in terms of weapons. Yes, we do. It's
Got him.
we have the Recycler M39. Is that a... Get your Coca-Cola loving rear out of here. We got... Whoa, I've got the L button on. Oops. So, I have in my hands the Recycler M39. Yes. Don't see many of these skins being accepted. The most recent one being the Bombshell M93. So that was that had to come through. That was TGG skin. So if you're unaware, every Bombshell skin is a TGG skin, and he gets one accepted every 3 to 4 months. It's guaranteed. So if we see it being submitted, it's being accepted. And of course, most recently we saw the Bombshell AK-47. Well, anyway, let's get to this point. Recycler Collection was a collection set up by Kelmo Legend late last year, and it was actually fairly successful. We've had a Thompson, we've had a SAR, we've had the pump shotgun, we had... What was the first one to be accepted? Oh, gone far back now, aren't we? Hasn't he had 4 accepted? Kelmo, are you here? Remind me! I think the SAR was accepted first, if I recall. It's definitely going quite far back.
So the sequence was, yeah, and you're right. It does kind of go back. The sequence was SAR, Pump, Tommy, and now M39.
Yes. So Calmo, being a fairly more new... Oh, he's back. Don't think he actually hit him there. I'm bad. But anyway, what do we have? It's nice, bright green and yellow. It's the Recycler Collection. You have an arrow stuck in you, by the way. You might want to pull that out.
I couldn't tell you how that happened.
I wouldn't know. It's rusty. It's worn out. The paint's disappearing and crisping off. But yep. That's our Recycler. So yes. Pretty cool design. It's been successful. Kelmo. Could this be your lucky week, or next week, or the week after that? As I said, M93. Don't see many skins for those, do we? But we potentially might be seeing a new one. Could happen. Do they sell very well? Bombshell didn't. And then the other one, Tempered. Tempered had too many... Yeah, Tempered was the second most recent one to be accepted. And too many of them got bought. And now they're struggling to sell above their rust price. The Bombshell kind of crept up quite nicely recently, post-Christmas. But I don't think it held up for much longer and went back down again. So, yeah, in terms of usage, you're the best one to answer that one, Mr. MICRØ. You look well-equipped and experienced holding that.
It's a great shooting gun. I mean, it's it's definitely a great gun if you have one.
Yes, that would be the problem, wouldn't it? Much like the L96, which we'll be taking a look at in a minute. Whilst they're very cool and handy, doesn't seem like they get a ton of usage. And the demand to use the skins greatly gets affected by that. Sorry about this, I'm trying to reorient myself. But yep, a nice homage and reference to something that's actually in the game. So, Camo Legend, best of luck to you. Maybe this will be accepted, yes or no? Mr. MICRØ, shall we move on to talking about the...
Well, wait, real quick. Did we find... Don't the other ones all have a little, like, recycler, like those gear teeth that
yeah,
chew
it's
up
this. Right there.
Is it?
Yeah, I looked at it. I made sure I looked. It might be a little bit harder to see on this one. How about I go back to daylight? But yeah, that is supposed to be it. It can't be anything else. So that is what I'm led to believe is what it is right there. So look at him. He's going to grind your hand up if you touch it.
I don't see any like danger signs on here. So I don't know. Is it safe to be touching this thing?
Well, let me just put it this way. If we recycled MICRØ, what components would you fart out? What would come out of that?
Low-grade fuel, maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe just the animal fat. I don't know. Plenty of that.
All right. Well, your hat would probably come out as a complete thing as well.
Probably some bone fragments. Yeah, a pair of sunglasses. Santa beard. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let's now whip out what I was saying. It's an L96. Missed him. Damn it. I need a proper aim sight. So, let's get a good look at you. We have the Tribalized SAR being accepted not too long ago, made by Kozlov. And, well, he's decided, you know what? Maybe I could try for a L96. I'm never good at this one. But, yeah. So, L96s, there is a problem. They don't get used that much in terms of it's hard to get them. It's not super approachable. And in terms of the fact that if it doesn't get used enough, the skins aren't going to be used enough and the prices aren't going to go that high because the people don't feel the need to buy the skin. So it's awkward. But then there's also the added thing of there's not that many L96 skins that are being accepted. So I really do notice the likes of just a couple of them have demand, but the rest of them just don't. And maybe people are only drawn to a couple of them and the rest are just eh. And that's a bit harsh to say, but you do notice that quite a lot when there's not that many skins available. But this right here, what Kozlov's made, looks pretty cool. I like the colour option that he went with. We don't see many skins in the colour of this. I guess you could call it pea green, light green, especially the fact that it's lighter in the middle and then darker on the outside. So that's a great style to it there as well. So, is it supposed to be a dragon or just a lizard? It's not the first lizard skin I've seen recently. I remember the python that we had, but yes, Mike. Honestly, MICRØ, it does look like you're holding like a dragon.
Yeah, some kind of reptile, that's for sure. Definitely reptile inspired.
Yes. I randomly hiccuped. My apologies. But yeah, I don't really know how to describe it. Maybe someone will sit here and say it's tribal themed. Hey, well, it says it in the name, doesn't it? But yeah, it's fine. It just kind of looks like a dragon. And well, L96, there it is with a scope. Do you like the sight of this? Do you like to wear bright green... I can't speak. Do you like to wear bright green clothing? Will this L96 look well with you? Well, it's right there in front of you. You know what to do. Please consider voting yes or no. Is this the L96 that you'd like to see being accepted? The first one of 2023. Because we only got one L96 accepted last year, so maybe we're only going to get one accepted this year as well. You never know. You never know. But the more people submit ideas, the more likely we'll see more of them. So, not a bad idea to showcase your skin collection there, Mr. Kozlov. Let's see if it does get accepted, and if it does, let's see what else you're going to make. Because that does look really nice. MICRØ, do you have any words you'd like to offer or share?
Yeah, you know, after looking at this, I was trying to figure out what kind of style this is done in. And, well, I mean, it's a cool, like, sort of... I don't know if it's not really line art, but it's... I think the thing I'm looking for is... Do you know what tempera paint is?
Not well.
Yeah, like, I remember doing it in school as a kid, and I feel like there was like a black underlayer, like the canvas was sort of black, and then the tempera paint was like really highly pigmented, and it dried really fast. So you could like put it on, and then like sort of scrape it or rub it away to reveal the black underneath. And I don't know if I'm totally butchering that use of it or way that it's done, but that's my recollection of it, like as a poster paint kind of thing.
I agree with you there.
You know what I'm talking about?
Because, yeah, I can see that now. I think you figured out the theme. You cracked the code.
Maybe. I'm pulling that out of thin air, you know? That's just like where my mind took me as far as trying to figure it out. But it's, I don't know. I think it's a cool style. It's something we haven't really seen a lot of. We've definitely seen plenty of artwork just applied to the model and call it a day kind of skins. And while there's nothing wrong with that, it's hard to, you know, it's hard to come up with other ways of doing that. And I think he actually did come up with another way of doing that here. So I give it marks just for being unique and kind of standing out for its own sort of theme there. And, you know, I kind of like it.
We shall see if there's more being made.
Yeah.
Maybe it turns into a collection. In terms of maybe we see some deployables. I think that would look good with that. I want to see what the whole body of this this creature looks like. But, you know, maybe...
You'll note that this actually isn't just like a copy-paste from the previous one, right? There's a lot more art that's been done in the style of the already existing the SAR that we had. And, you know, he extended that art out and sort of recreated it on this weapon. So it's not just like lazily slapped over from one to the next. It's actually fully bespoke for the L96. So great continuation, great continuity in terms of the design and the art style. So it's well done. It's well done for a skin without custom normals. I think it's pretty well done. The design carries it pretty far.
All right then, MICRØ. We've only got clothing and armor now. So, do you want to match up that lovely green L96 with a lovely green pair of armor? What do we have? What do we have? Dun dun dun. We have Froggy Tier 3. Now, MICRØ, I'm sorry to ask, but do you have the hoodie and the pants on you?
I don't have them on me, but I can get them real quick.
Yeah, so I think we probably should pair that up. So if you sit there, I'll talk about the skin. So, gentlemen, this is the Tier 3. And we are starting to see a lot of competition for the Tier 3 armor now. We've got Apostate, we've got JPEG, we got this now. There is also another one which we're going to show you in a bit. There is a lot. There's a lot of collections trying to get Tier 3 armor, so you need to be prepared for this. One or two of them probably won't be getting it. And there we go, nice bright and green it is. Let's start from the bottom and work our way to the top. As we glide up to the top, Mr. MICRØ's bright and green. Look how goofy he looks. But at least he's happy. So yes, this is a very bright green looking set. And you might sit there and say, oh, is this good green camouflage? No, it's too bright. We tested this out. Cool, was that the very beginning of December? Yes, it was. So we're talking a good 6 weeks ago. We tested this out in the forest and the grassy areas. And this is just far too bright. Even with only a little bit of light, it's super noticeable. So, yeah. But in terms of fun, goofy style, just get a good look at that. Nice, bright green, happy frog. Oh, I'm sure some people are going to dress up and just, like, knock on people's door and be annoying dressed up like this. And honestly, do you think this is the end? I don't think so. So there's one thing we need to point out. And that is, this is made by MICRØ, the person who's also making the Tempered collection. So this is kind of, this might, I can't guarantee it's going to get accepted, but MICRØ tends to get quite a lot of skins accepted, and they tend to sell very nicely. So in that aspect, I wouldn't be surprised if this is bought and gets bought out by quite a lot of people who enjoy it. But let's just put it this way. You probably want to invest into that hoodie and pants right there, right now, because I honestly wouldn't be surprised if that tier 3 does get accepted. And you know the reactionary nature of the Rust economy, you know how it works. But someone actually bought out like 70 stock of both the hoodie and the pants when this was submitted, so people have already made their moves, but it could go even higher. So if this is something that you're invested into or interested in, well, you know what to do. You need to start investing into a frog hoodie and pants. But will it be accepted? We don't know. We've had a lot of tempered skins being accepted recently. Oh, wow, Mr. Gibson. I just got raided.
Wow,
hello, people. How you doing?
Oh, thank you, sir.
We're dressed up. We're dressed up. Nice and wonderful for the occasion. Do you like what you see? Hello, new people. I have, right in front of you, the potential new Frog Cosplay Tier 3 armour. Would you like to dress up in Rust? All like this? Is this the type of style that you'd like to have in Rust? Gentlemen, we're showing off workshop continuations. If you like what you see, please consider going to the workshop and voting yes or no for what you have right here. YouTube, you're very confused right now. On Twitch, I just got raided by Mr. Gibson with 106 people. And I thank you very much, good sir. Hope you enjoyed your stream. And thank you... Thank you for that.
Welcome everybody.
Yep.
Welcome to the stream.
So we're showing off. Yeah, go on.
Doing a weekly stream showing off this week's Rust item store stuff and also some upcoming skins on the workshop. We already went through this week's item store, but we're making our way through the clothing section of this upcoming week. Potential skins that are eligible for coming up next week. So,
and he likes to dance a lot. It happens quite a lot. But yeah.
Yeah.
So we're just talking about how we already have the hoodie and the pants in the game. And if that tier 3 armor is accepted, the price of the hoodie and the pants are probably going to double or triple in price. So that's just normal. And that's why we're interested in showing this off to all of you lot. So we do this every single Saturday if you're interested. Do we make skins? MICRØ does, not me. I just buy all of them. Yeah. Go on, MICRØ. You can sit there and show off. Are you a skin creator, MICRØ?
A little bit. I'm involved in the workshop. I have some friends who make skins. I do help out quite a bit with various tasks. I don't have anything that I've conceived fully myself, but I've worked as a team with quite a number of different workshoppers. And,
you can mention the Raven Door. Go on.
I do have one collaboration that's accepted in the game with my friend Morphus. It's mostly his design, but it's the demonic Raven door we saw this week or this past year for Halloween. So it's a pretty cool sheet metal door. It's got a little red glow. I was pretty happy.
Really happy. So yeah, we're just showing off these skins every single week, and if you want to see some more, Mr. MICRØ, shall we move on to that ever so lovely looking leopard poncho? Take off those clothes, mister. Let's go. That sounded weird. Yeah, we're going all pizza.
Should I move on with that too? Here, I'll keep the frog stuff, and I'll just go with the leopard for now.
What a weird mess. Yeah. So last week we saw the leopard hunting bow being accepted, And, well, Mr. Loddy, the creator of that, has decided, you know what? I'm going to make a leopard poncho. We've seen a lot of poncho skins being accepted over the course of maybe 6 months. So why not? Maybe it's a good idea, maybe it's a bad idea. You tell us. Do you like the design of this? Do you want to dress up like a wild jungle man? Tarzan? Yes, he's nice and equipped. Let's turn this to daytime. Come on, daytime. Wake up. Wake up. Sorry about this. Oh, I've done it the wrong way round. Look at you, Mr. MICRØ. Ever so stylish. He's the tribal primordial man. Oh, thank you for the subscription, Mr. Decliner. Thank you very much. But yep, get a good look at that. Gentlemen, would you like to see this being accepted into Rust? Do you reckon it fits it? Do you reckon it suits you? Do you need this in the game? Do you want to buy it and have fun dressing up as Tarzan? Do you want to be Tarzan? Well, you know what you need. You know what you need to vote for. So this skin is currently submitted to the workshop. You can't buy it right now, but you can support the creator if you go over to its workshop page, and if you vote yes or vote no. It's up to you, but simply writing a nice comment or two is... Asriel just gift subbed 20 people.
Thank you very much, good sir.
We've been derailed in a fun way. we've been raided with over 100 people. Now I've had 20 subs. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for all the support, Mr. Gibson, Decliner Gabuta, and Asriel. Thank you very much. I don't have my alerts on during this because we try and make sure everything's nice and quaint. And Hellraiser, the alerts aren't on. I can't hear your bits donation, you fool.
We do appreciate all the support, and we welcome everybody to the stream. And
yeah,
we do this every weekend, showing off the updates with the workshop, and we try to keep everybody informed from both, you know, the workshop side, but also how the investments turn out to perform on the Steam market, and putting all the pieces together to make some smart decisions here when it comes to investing. So,
I mean, I wouldn't pair up the leopard poncho with the frog cosplay. I'm just saying, I have a sense of taste, a wonderful sense of taste. So let's not mix those up. Well, try not to at the very least. Right, so you can actually use your loot leader with this, Mr. MICRØ, because we have a new piece of armor to show off. MICRØ, can you show off the Cybercode Tier 3? So, as I was alluding to earlier, we've got Frog Cosplay in contention, we've got JPEG in contention, we've got Apostate in contention, and now Eros has decided, you know what? I'm going to make Cybercode Tier 3 armor. The Matrix now protects us, quite literally. MICRØ, give us a nice quick spin. Let's get a good look at you. Get a good look at that. So, Eros has been very successful recently with his Cybercode weapons. They've been accepted quite frequently. We've recently had the MP5 and various other skins, not the Thompson unfortunately. But yeah, he's decided now, well, if I've been so successful to get my skins accepted, why not go for some clothing and armour? And buddy, I'm not against it. It's not only potentially a budget blackout, but it's also potentially a budget Forest Raiders built-in one. It's, well, not really Forest Raiders, but yeah, I mean, it's going to help out in the grassy environments, but it's also going to be helpful at night time. It's not super bright. In fact, how about you slowly walk into the darkness, Mr. MICRØ? Slowly into the darkness, he disappears, and gone without a trace.
Slinking away.
Yes. Now, oh, well, you just made a splash. You gave your position away. I am disappointed. But no, come back. No, you did it again. All right, you've ruined it. Come back. No, stop splashing. Stop splashing. So yeah. Oh,
when you put on the overhead light, does that do anything to show off like a glare on the the face mask or anything?
It doesn't glare. If I get up
matte,
real
right?
close, it's very matte. And that's the perfect word to say. That is not reflecting any light whatsoever. That, for a lot of people, is probably the perfect nighttime option for you if it gets accepted. Now, the price of this, I don't know, but it could range between 99 cents to maybe, well, I don't know, maybe $2.99 each. You never know. You never know these things. But with the success that Eros has had recently, I wouldn't be surprised if it's accepted. Cybercode has been very successful recently. So if that's what you like, please consider voting yes or no. Yep, MICRØ, any words that you might want to say? Chat, do you approve of this? Do you like the Cybercode Tier 3?
I don't have a lot to say. I mean, I think you've said it well. It's nice and matte finish. The green gives it potential to be helpful for you in a darker, maybe foresty biome. I could see this pairing well with some other darker colored sets. I think it looks all right here with Loot Leader. Loot Leader is just one of my go-tos for like a kind of earthy tone skin set. So that's why I'm showing it here. There's no relation really to the creator or anything like that, but it's pretty cool, like green and black combo. And I don't know how, I mean, if you think about like, you know, how this effect would be achieved if you were actually a person walking around with a face mask with like a little like TV screen on your face or on your chest there, a little video display of some sort. I don't know what the theme or the style really is, but it looks cool, you know, and I like how the numbers form a little shape of a skull there, and it's definitely got a matrixy kind of vibe and a little bit of like sort of like a carbon fiber or a, you know, some type of a composite type of construction there. So pretty cool. Nice little straps and wires around, little rivets here and there. So nice attention to detail, nice subdued color scheme. Definitely qualifies as far as I could say, as far as, you know, potentially being accepted, and it could make for a nice skin set. I mean, we saw, how many of the weapon skins did we see?
We're talking like 5. We're talking like 5 because he was getting those accepted ever since November, if I recall. Ever since Charitable Rust. Yes. Didn't it come out at the same time as Charitable Rust? We're going back at least 2 months. Let's put it that way. And it's gone El Diablo, Cybercode, El Diablo, Cybercode. I think he's kind of cooled down as El Diablo recently. I think he's only sticking with Cybercode. So I reckon it's probably because it probably had better sales. But then again, the El Diablo Python had like 17,000 sales. So, yeah. But, hey, I'm not complaining. And that looks really, really cool. So
he had the LR, he had the AR.
Yeah.
He had the SAR and then the MP5. And
he tried for the Thompson, but that wasn't successful, was it?
That's true. That's right. I passed over that because it wasn't accepted. But I mean, they all sort of fit within the same style, and you know, they're cohesive between the different items and objects here, and it works the same way. It's been nicely continued onto the armor here. So potentially, maybe we'll see clothing. I mean, there's sky's the limit, and if it's a well done skin, which I think this is, certainly has potential to be accepted.
Well,
so
alluding
it's in the running.
Alluding to camouflage, I would like to move on to the next one. And MICRØ, would you be able to put the full kit on? If you know what I mean. Sorry, sounds a bit weird, doesn't it?
No, I can. Let me just, if you can keep talking there for a minute, I'll go back to
I'm going to look at the carpet.
Yeah.
This is a wonderful looking carpet. But yeah, gentlemen, we have seen a continuation of the Arctic collection. Will it be guaranteed to be accepted? There's no assurances and whatnot, but with a quick change of clothing, we slowly pan our way around up to see, what are you wearing, Mr. MICRØ? Is this turning into a full collection of burlap clothing for the Arctic collection? Take off that armor. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
But yes, now you're super camouflaged. Look at that. So if you aren't aware, we've recently had a continuation of the Arctic Protection Collection. You can wear the poncho as well if you want. Do you have it on? It's hard to tell.
I don't have it on. I am about to craft one, though, and I'll put it on.
Yep, that's fine. So, yep, it doesn't hurt just to show all of the burlap. How about we slowly descend into night, get a good look at all of that. Gentlemen, this is actually really good snowy environment camouflage. Oh, there you go. Hey. Now he's warm, now he's protected. But yeah, this is really good in terms of camouflage. Like, MICRØ, give us a quick spin, and how about we ask you to go hide somewhere? Maybe more to your hard left, behind the big sign that we have. So
Okay.
that right there, right? Burlap, last week, Burlap shirt and pants sold over 35,000 pieces each. It's ridiculous. The Poncho sold 43,000, but now that we've got those Burlap shoes and the Burlap Headwrap, I wouldn't be surprised if they both jump up in price a little bit. The demand will increase if more of the collection is being made and supported and, well, accepted. So if that keeps getting more skins being accepted, all of those pieces that we just saw with the shoes and the Headwrap will increase in price. And that's what we're here for, pointing out the financial perspective. So I will turn the light back on. I will turn my HUD back on.
You could come look for me, dude, but you're not gonna find me. It's just it's so I'm camouflaged too well. I'm pretty sure you won't be able to spot me.
So you're definitely behind the sign, right?
I'm in that vicinity. Like I'm pretty sure. Well, let me pop up your stream, just make sure. Yeah, you're in the right. You're looking in the right neighborhood. And I'm not doing anything special, like weird body. I'm just literally standing there, like I'm.
Oh, you're.
Like,
oh, you're doing. Yeah. Oh, wait. Is that you there? I think I got you.
yeah.
I did get you there. Right. Now the only reason why I knew to check behind a bush is because you did that last week. But yeah, if you could stay there real quick, I used my special God mode powers. You can't. You can't see that. And then I'll go even further back. There's no way. There is no way a regular person would know that that's him right there. I press L again. You can't. You can't.
No, it's pretty good camo.
And I mean, even against the rock, if you didn't move against the rock, actually pick a random portion of the rock to stand next to. I'll turn around. I'll wait 5 seconds. So, 5.
I am the rock now.
4. Come on. 3. 2.
I'm doing the little eyebrow thing. You guess you can't see it.
I can see you because you hid behind a bush again. Stop being addicted to bushes. But yeah, along there, if I turn off my HUD, he's not super noticeable. In the right position, he can sneak up on you and he can get an ambush on you. So this is something that everybody could potentially do soon. He's got his sniper out and ready, and he's ready to shoot. So if I'm just running along, doing my business, there you go. It's all over with. And could I see him? No, I couldn't. He's right there. So this is the potential of the Art of Protection collection. Do you like what you see? Can I finish? Do you like what you see? Please consider voting yes or no for the Headwrap and Burlap shoes. And those Burlap shoes, for example, I think that's going to be the first Burlap shoe skin to be accepted in over 2 years if it is accepted. So that's cool. And I wouldn't be surprised if Face Punch potentially pick it, because the most recent skins, well, I mean all of them, because there's only 3 skins have been accepted. They've all sold over 35,000. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And potentially you will too. Alright, so MICRØ, shall we finish it off with the final pieces of clothing to share? Mr. MICRØ.
That's good because I'm feeling a little hungry.
Yes. You might
and maybe I spoiled it already because I was wearing these earlier in the show. But yeah, this is the most delicious. Oh, pardon me.
The most delicious
skins. Oh, pardon me. I'm losing stuff over.
Wait, do you have the pizza poncho and the bandana still? If you could whip that out, I think it would be nice to show it off.
I don't, but I will.
Because you kind of look like a mouldy pizza at the moment. I was just about to say, it's all fluffy and grey. Right, so it's got pepperoni, mushrooms, some olives. It's got peppers. It's got it all, gentlemen. It's the continuation of the pizza collection. We have right in front of us the Hyde shirt and pants. It's so greasy. It's so tasty. Wouldn't you want to get a bite out of this? For a fairly reasonable price, I'm sure it'll sell for a fairly reasonable price, you could potentially see this in a Rust store near you. What do you need to do? Please consider voting yes or no. So, yep, Mr. Jimmick, he thought about making some more skins, and he decided why not do some hide shirt and pants. But there is a bit of a problem. The last hide shirt and pants to be accepted was was it 5 years ago? Was it 3 or 5 years ago? I can't even remember. It's been a long time. No, it was 5 years ago, 2016. 2016 going on 2017, but we're now in 2023. So, yeah, point made. Face Punch doesn't seem to like hard shirt and pants, which is a bit awkward. I mean, I don't really like Burlap that much, but even Burlap gets more skins compared to this. We only have like 2 marketable hide shirt skins and 2 marketable I can't speak properly. Where'd that come from? Hide pants being accepted. So if they were to be accepted, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of them being like bought. Like, that wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. But yeah, the pizza collection only grows stronger at a fairly well priced deal. And for $10 you can get all of this and more. And dip. What kind of dip do you like? Garlic butter, or what's your kind of choice, Mr. MICRØ? What do you like to dip into?
I'll just give me I'll just take extra pepperoni. That's fine.
That's fine. So
maybe a little sausage on there.
How about we make it nighttime? Let's make it nighttime. And look how greasy it is. Oh, look how shiny it is. Don't wipe it on your face. You'll get pimples and zits. And But yeah. It's looking quite an appetizing feature. Right, Michael, we've got to show this off. Can you put on the frog cosplay armor?
I can't do it. You have to do it.
Put the frog cosplay armor on. Do it.
It won't work for me.
You have it in your inventory. Yes,
I do, but it won't. I don't think it'll work for me.
Now crouch. You got pepperoni nipples.
Do I?
Yes, you do. Oh, what a way to ruin a fun stream.
It works better for the other because there's 2 character models, right? I think there's the girl and the boy. So
yeah, but I can't really show myself off that well. Am I still wearing it? Sorry.
Yeah.
Now I don't know how well positioned I have to be, but if I look at myself,
put your gun away. Just tap that number key, or like hit one of the keys twice. Hit 1 on your number pad or on your hot bar. There you go.
No. Oh no. I'm very happy about it, as you can see. So yeah, that's it.
I guess I got one too.
Yeah, well, one of them fell off. It was a tragic tale. So yeah, that is the Saturday Skin Showcase. We do this every week on Saturday on Twitch. My Twitch. It's always in the link. It's in the link's always in the. I'm lost for words. The link's always in the description of my YouTube videos, along with my Twitter, my Discord server, and of course, as I mentioned, the Twitch is there. So, yep. Mr. MICRØ, any final words? It's nice to see you've stopped being a weird, freaky-looking rabbit and instead decided to become an I was just about to say you're a nice slice of life, and now you've turned into.
I'm a rabbit with a slice of pizza in my mouth.
Yes, I mean, that could work. All right, we'll work with that. That's fine. So go on, give us a wave. Come on, shut up. So, yep, chat, YouTube, thank you very much for watching this Saturday Skin Showcase. We hope you enjoyed yourselves. Are you wanting to buy any certain skins? Are you going to vote for any certain skins? What did you like? What did you not like so much? Remember, you can always go to the workshop pages, go to the comments, and specifically offer your feedback and your critique to the skin creators themselves. They like that. They like the engagement. They like to hear your opinions, and they can incorporate it into a new design, into a version 2 or version 3, you never know. And the more you do that, the more interesting skins that we potentially get accepted. And it would be nice to know if a skin gets accepted that your feedback had an influence on, you helped that happen. So please consider doing that. All good. Thank you very much, Mr. MICRØ. Thank you everybody for watching today. YouTube, Twitch, do you want to say anything to YouTube? Is there anything else you want to say? Just It, Concept, Apple, Zealand in New I can't pronounce your name, I'm sorry. And can I also say thank you once again to Mr. Azriel for donating so many subs. Can I say thank you once again to Decliner Kabuta for subbing as well? And can I say a big thank you to Mr. Gibson for raiding during the stream? I would normally have my alerts on, but it didn't happen. I like to turn it off for these presentations. So thank you all for coming, thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a lovely week, and maybe we'll see some very interesting skins being accepted next week. We shall find out, but you know what to do. Please consider voting yes or no. Thank you very much. Have a good one.